thank you so much for watching this video. My name is Cindy Barbera and I am doing a series on overcoming anxiety. I'm sharing with you guys everything that I've learned in my journey, so let's go ahead and dive right in. We are officially now in episode 9, and today's episode is called Taking Care of Your Triune Being. Some of the things that I'm mentioning today I got from websites that I will be putting in the description box below so that you can check it out on your own. So us as humans, we're made up of 3 things. We're made up of the body, the soul, and the spirit. Today I want to focus on the body, and I wanted to start off by reading 1 Corinthians 6:19. And it says, "Don't you realize that your body is a temple of the Holy Spirit who lives in you and was given to you by God? You do not belong to yourself." So the Bible is very clear that our bodies are the temple of the Lord. Holy Spirit is living inside of us. So it's important that we take care of our physical body. We need to love our bodies well. God created us in such a way where He wanted each part of us to be healthy. And the reality is, because we're made up of 3 parts, if one of them is lacking, it can affect others. Which is why I want to talk about the physical body today, because I feel like sometimes it's neglected, and honestly in the past I have neglected it myself. Now, I'm not perfect in this area, but I am doing better. Now, something important that our bodies should have is serotonin. Now, serotonin is a monoamine neurotransmitter. And serotonin is very interesting because it plays a lot of interesting roles in our body. It influences learning, memory, helps us with that happy feeling. It helps regulate body temperature, sleep, sexual behavior for those that are married, and hunger. Now, research has shown that when serotonin levels in the body are very low, that can play a part in why you may feel depressed or anxious or have other health concerns. I was honestly very skeptic to the way I treat my body thing affects my mind thing. I don't think that I really grasped that until recently, maybe the last 1 or 2 years. I've always been a crazy eater. I mean, I'm Mexican, and I'm Mexican American, so my eating habits weren't necessarily the best. And honestly, sometimes I still don't make the best decisions. But honestly, I came to a realization where the Lord made my body in such a way where it needs specific things to live, right? Like water, I need air, I need shelter. If I want to be healthy and fit, I need to exercise, eat better, make better choices. These are some things that I need to live, or just to live longer because I'm being healthier. And I learned that, honestly, if I'm not honoring my body, I'm not honoring the Lord. Because the Lord designed my body to need specific things and to do specific things so that I can live longer. Now, when it comes to serotonin, I don't necessarily need this to live, but it is necessary to live the life that God designed for me to live. Because serotonin does play a part in important things like sleep. You need sleep, right, if you're going to live. And you need to be able to eat well. So if the Lord designed my body to need a specific amount of serotonin, I need to honor that, right? I need to honor that, and I need to do my best to make sure that I have that healthy amount of serotonin in my body. So how do we make sure that we have healthy levels of serotonin, or that we increase them if they're low? Well, one of the things we can do is to eat healthier, to make healthier choices, and also eat foods that contain tryptophan. Also, something else that's proven scientifically is getting more sunlight, because this increases your vitamin D and your serotonin levels. This is so interesting to me. Like, let's pause for a second and think, how prophetic is that we would need the sun to shine on us so that we can have more vitamin D and serotonin. That is so beautiful. That's so prophetic in itself. The Lord needs to shine on us. May His face shine upon you and be gracious to you. I needed to take a second to take that in. Also, exercising increases your serotonin levels. Also, having lower levels of stress. I know in this walk with the Lord, it's not easy, especially if you're in ministry. But, I mean, God is so strategic, because, I mean, He tells us in His Word, don't worry. And honestly, if we're not worrying, we're not stressing, right? So it makes sense as to why the Lord tells us that. not just for inward things, but also for our outward, for our body. So having lower levels of stress also helps to allow that serotonin to increase in you. And of course, there are some supplements that you can take to help with that as well. So overall, taking care of your body is so important. If you're not sleeping because you're staying up for whatever reason, if you're not taking care of your body by exercising at all, if you're not drinking water or having good nutrition, if you're not getting any sunlight, or if you're not resting at all, studies have shown that this can be connected to having anxiety or causing further anxiety. So I want to encourage you today. Begin taking steps to take better care of your body. If it's possible at all, try to sleep a little bit earlier. Whatever that looks like for you. If you're staying up till 4 in the morning, you may want to consider, getting a better sleeping schedule for yourself. Exercising, being active in any way, walks, going to the gym. I know for me personally, I began going to the gym in the last few months, and I've seen honestly such a big difference. I've seen a difference in my health and how I feel. And there's honestly tons of studies that show that exercising really helps with your mental health. Water, your body needs water. Drink as much water as you can. Make better choices when it comes to eating. Studies prove that high sugary things can lead to anxiety or cause anxiety. And get some sun. Go for a walk. Get a tan. Go to the beach. Your body wasn't designed to stay cooped up inside somewhere the entire time. You're meant to go out. And again, it's strategic as to why the Lord sends us out, right, into the world to preach to people, to live out our callings. Because if we're just cooped up in one place, we ain't getting no sun. And it's hard to impact people that way. So I'm not saying staying inside is a bad thing, but I am saying that you should be going out regularly in some way. It's healthy for you. Okay, so something else that I wanted to mention is that when the body is unable to digest or process food, there's too much gas, acid reflux, or other gastric problems or concerns, it can actually produce symptoms that trigger anxiety. And I want to mention a few things that study shows that can trigger anxiety. Alcohol, caffeine, super sugary drinks and foods, processed foods like chips and cookies, frozen foods, foods that are high in trans fat and excessive saturated fats, such as fried foods, things that we sometimes love. These things can actually cause problems inside of us that can unfortunately trigger anxiety symptoms. Now, why am I sharing this? I'm sharing this with you because I want to help you to, if possible, begin to avoid some of the things that studies show that can trigger anxiety. It is possible that when you begin to let these things go and make better choices for yourself, that you begin to see a difference. There was this one time where I went on a trip with my husband, and I had a huge amount of sugary things at night. Like, we were going all out. And I remember it was very late. It was maybe like 10 o'clock at night. And I remember I went home, and we went back to the hotel, and we were trying to go to sleep, and I could not go to sleep for the life of me. Like, my heart was pounding, like I felt so jittery, and I just felt like, oh my goodness, it's like just running around. And I was thinking, like, what is going on? Like, and at this point, I was very much at the point where I had overcame anxiety. It was like fresh. It was kind of fresh, and it was more towards the beginning of me overcoming it officially, but still, like, I was doing well. And so I was confused. I was like, what's happening right now? Why am I like feeling so jittery and like kind of like anxious, but not really thinking about anything? And I remember Holy Spirit told me it was because of what you just ate. Like, how do you expect your body to be relaxed and ready for sleep if you just ate a whole bunch of junk that shoots up your insulin levels and makes you feel jittery? And so, that really made sense to me in the moment. And I thought, wow, like, I really need to take care of my body. I really need to start letting go of things that are not good for me, or at least minimizing what I'm putting into my body. And like I said, I don't make the best choices all the time because I have a big sweet tooth. But again, I have seen a huge difference in me minimizing in the things that are not good for me. So that is what I wanted to share with you guys. I hope that this video is helpful to you. If there's anything that the Lord is doing, or just any testimonies that are arising, or revelation, or whatever, please share. You can reach out to me. You can comment down below, whatever is easier. I would love to hear from you. I hope that you guys are encouraged. I will talk to you soon. Bye.